On this episode of Penny's Hot Rods Customs, we strip the Dakota down to the bare chassis and we actually get it running.
Yeah.
Surprisingly. Hello. Back, well, we just got the Dakota back at Derek's and we were just pulling the bed off. It's got eight bolts holding it through the frame, not through the bed. There's no bolts that you can see through the bed. So, and a couple of the bolts are near the gas tank, so we can't really torch them off. So we've been just using regular ratchet. They're actually coming off easy. We broke one so far. They all have like factory Loctite on them, so that sort of kept the rust out of them, I think. But yeah, the plan is just we're gonna basically strip this, pull the bed, the cab, the front end off, and have it just a chassis. And then we'll do the same thing with the Studebaker, pull the bed and the cab off, pull that chassis out, put this chassis in, put everything on it, and see what mounts we have to do. And because this is a 112-inch wheelbase, the Studebaker is 111-inch, so it's very, very close with it. It's within an inch, so we don't think we probably can work with that. Even if we have to move we can move the back tire, like the axle forward, or a quarter of an inch, half an inch, and the front tires will take care of the rest. Even if we have to do that, if we have to, we can always cut the frame and do that, but we don't think we have to. I think we can get away with, even Kevin said we could get little offset plates for the rear spring mounts, where the axle mounts the spring, just a little offset. See if we can get, or we're gonna probably make them, just make it so their axle comes forward an inch and done. So it's looking pretty easy so far for what we've measured, but it's just going to be a pain in the ass stripping this. The Studebaker should be easy to come off, but the cab will be hard on this because it has all the steering column and that. But we're not going to save any of the wiring, the motor. That's all going to go. I'm going to make my own wiring harness for the Studebaker. Figure it's going to be a little easier and cheaper than buying an aftermarket one, or trying to use this one. Or we have also a Dodge Diplomat with a good running 318, so that's the motor we're going to use. So we won't even need that wiring harness because it'll just be a simple one. So, but yeah, we're gonna pull the bed off, or pull the bed off at least today. Get that done and start maybe disassembling part of the cab. See what we have to do, if we can leave a lot of it intact. But that's the plan for today, is just get this off and start pulling maybe the front sheet metal off, and wait until we get a few more people before we pull the cab off. We're getting there. This will be a little bit of boring work, but it has to get done. And we need to make videos. And we need to make videos, so
oh yeah,
this is the boring video. The next video will be exciting. Okay, this is how much we've gotten stripped in a couple hours of this Dakota. It's an 86, 4.2 liter. The bed is just sitting there. All the bolts came out actually decent. Pulled the doors off, pulled the fenders, obviously the inner fenders. We're just pulling the front front rad cradle, but the main and bolt in there, they're just turning. It just was held on by some sheet metal, and the sheet metal just bent. So Derek's just getting the torch out. I'm just gonna torch them off. A lot of the some of the bolts on here, like you can see down here, is rotten. It's not the greatest truck. That side's done.
I made a mess of it. In the antifreeze.
Yeah, nice antifreeze.
You can't fake that. Hey, look, we don't lift it up yet. Maybe I take this corner off.
It's got a good windshield, so it might, if we pull that out, it doesn't break. We might put the windshield on Facebook Marketplace and a few components. It had one good taillight. The fenders were shot, the bed's shot, the tailgate has some issues. We're gonna keep mostly everything from the inside. Doors are good, except I'm not sure how many people are doing these things, fixing these things. So we will cut that out, and
I will win.
yes, we will win. There we go. We just got a flaming rubber mount. And we did some more measuring. I measured from front, from rim, inside rim to inside rim, and we're within like a half an inch of the Studebaker. So that is good. As this one has the manual rack, which is also good. It may be even possible. This one does not have a since it has a carburetor. It has a manual fuel pump. So if we get lucky, we might be able to use the fuel tank. But we'll see.
Where's the filler? That would be the filler?
I don't know on this thing.
Sure.
I have no idea. I'm assuming the bowl is over here, so...
What happened when I
I don't know on these
You have to
carburetors.
have an air vent.
Yeah. Well, yeah, try it.
Okay.
We're just seeing if this 2.2 will actually start. We've put all the grounds back and pouring enough gas in the carb. We got the battery sitting on the tire right now. It's got a little bit of oil. It's a couple liters low. The ticking.
That must be in the fuel bowl that I put in.
Yeah, because it was ticking, but that went away. We did find that the lines to the gas tank are rotten, so we pulled them off. So it's not sucking any crappy gas. Well, that's amazing. Now we're gonna have to see if we can sell this sucker. Anyone want to buy a 2.2 liter? I'll see if I can slowly pour.
Oh, do you want the...
Yeah, put the... See if we can... Well, it doesn't have an oil pressure gauge. It has a idiot light.
Yeah, it's just an alternator.
Yeah. All right. Maybe too much gas. Gotcha. Don't want to have a balling flame of hand. Okay. I probably flooded it. Yeah.
Yeah, it runs.
Yeah, it runs, yeah. I didn't see any like blue smoke coming out of the tailpipe.
The idiot light didn't come on, so...
Alright. Might have a lot of a little bit of blow by.
I would too.
Well, yeah, it's been sitting for at least 15 years.
Yeah.
And it's got no, well, there was coolant, so it's not cracked or anything. But the little engine that could still can. And we can't, well, yeah, we can't drive it around because the brake pedal went to the floor.
Yeah, you gotta tie that battery up.
Yeah, and the battery's sitting on the, yeah.
And the reason that it started.
Yeah.
Probably flooded. I'll get to a
Yeah. It's probably nicely flooded.
Oh yeah, keep dripping through there. Little flooded.
Yep. But it runs. Not as exciting as a V8, but it still has zero potential. I doubt anyone's gonna buy these anymore. Derek did. His uncle did do repairs on like Turismos and that stuff. Lasers. So this was 15-20 years ago. They did auto pack cars, and they did sell a few of these for good money, but that was way back, even probably 20 years ago.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah.
For 30.
Yeah, 30. Okay, longer.
They were 85.
Yeah.
Right up to 96. It's been a while.
We can see, well, you know, it'll be a short term. We'll probably put it on Kijiji or Facebook Marketplace, and if anyone wants the engine, we'll probably keep the transmission. It's a 5-speed. Well, we'll probably put it on Facebook Marketplace, see if anyone wants it for cheap. Discovered an oil leak right there. We're thinking it's coming from the top of the cam behind the timing belt, and it drips down there. Just for any potential, those big rollers that need a 2.2, we're taking the extra step and checking this thing out.
That belt doesn't look bad.
Yeah, it doesn't look bad at all, the belt.
Didn't change.
Yeah, it looks like it's dripping.
Yeah, there'd be a seal right back here in the belt cover.
Yeah, you can see oil on the top here too. Well, that's not a big deal for someone that wants this thing. It's even got a Holly carb. It was it's remanufactured. Maybe not enough. Okay. It sounds like a 2.2. It's actually weird seeing this in truck. Well, there you go. It's a running 2.2. We'll have to keep that. But the rest of the engine goes. Yeah, I'd say that belt's pretty good. I don't want to keep pouring gas down it and to see if the transmission works, but
I tied the battery up.
yeah, we don't want to get too far into this.
No.
It's being stripped down anyway, so.
Wow. When you see the cab mount totally rotten out, you know you got issues.
Oh yeah, it disappeared. And if you want to buy a 2.2, cheap, very cheap, give us a comment. Of course, we're not going to ship it, so come and get it. Cheap.
I'm looking for a chassis which I want to stick a big Hemi engine in. You got anything? Cheap.
Okay, we're pulling the cab off the old. This isn't a D50, it's just a Dakota.
Dakota.
just a Dakota, sorry, not a D50 Dakota. We're just, you can see we got the cab hooked up. We just took it up off the mounts there. Little person doesn't want to get out at the moment. I'm not gonna go for a ride. It's a little too unsafe for him to go for a ride. Somebody surely will complain.
No, I'm going for a ride.
You know, he doesn't go for a ride.
Give him a ride for 2 inches, then.
Yeah, but we'll bring this up. We'll go the truck and trailer. Seems to be fairly good on the center. So it's not bad. So we won't go much higher with the little man in there.
No, I'm going 160 miles per hour.
160 mile an hour. You think this vehicle ever went 160 mile an hour?
It says 100.
Earthquake.
61,000 miles per hour.
That's how many kilometers it had on it.
164,000 clicks.
And I think we're going to end up saving this engine for something. We'll put it in storage. It runs apparently. Derek and Chris were beating the hell out of it, apparently.
Yeah.
Okay, we're getting ready to move the old cab. We didn't really think this through very well on how we're going to jock it around. So luckily the A-frame rolls pretty good and the ground's decent here. So we can roll and basically get her back to the truck there and then she'll go. I guess we're saving the bench seat though, are we not, Christopher?
Yeah. I should be in there.
No, you shouldn't be in there.
Yes, I should.
I guess the frame they're going to strip down. It's going to go for sandblasting. And I guess we still got to pull obviously the tank and the motor.
I think it's just sitting there.
They want to stick the engine in a Model A.
Thinking about it. 5-speed. Good engine.
Transmission, yes.
Transmission? It's dainty. Casey's pointing at it. He probably doesn't know what he's even pointing at.
Point at the engine at the moment. Transmission.
No, that's the tranny.
That's the transit there, yeah.
I knew it.
Yeah. Caught on the rug.
Ready?
Yeah. We're gonna end the video of this. Remember, guys, like, share, subscribe. Ow! Backfired.
Fail.
No, wait.
Try it again.
No, wait.
You seen your arm bounce back.
Failed like this. Wait, didn't break.
Holy fudge! That's a.
You be feeling that for a while.
Holy crap! That hurt.
I
And it
missed.
hit my truck. This is not. This is why you don't. This is why you don't break windows, folks. Just leave well enough alone. Oh, he's got a hammer. Now it means business.
Yeah, I get.
Don't use a rock.
Don't use a rock because it can bounce off and
It'll
hit a
bounce
vehicle.
off and he'd break my windows.
Then I would laugh.
Oh, my pinky.
As long as you didn't break it.
No, I didn't break it. Okay, we're just gonna start over. Okay, hope you guys like this video. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Have a good one.
Wait on my tray.
Fine, you can
Oh,
try.
you don't got safety glasses on.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, because you get glass in your eyes. Good call.